هات سرما فرمان گران جمت خوازن دین و ایمان سنده دخوین بناب ازدان بو اولاخو خودکین قربان.
Hello and welcome with Pharhad Saeed again. So today we are in Baa'ذرة remembering the 8th commemorations of the Yazidi Genocide, especially the mass graves of the Kocho village, which was occurred on August 15th in 2014 in Sinjar by ISIS. So also we have a very nice guest from US, Miss Lesly. She's been doing great support to Yazidi community. Yes, Miss Leslie, you are most welcome to Baa'ذرة. So welcome. So could you please introduce yourself and tell us how long have you been working and supporting Yazidi community?
Yes, my name is Leslie, and I've actually first met Yazidi people in Armenia in July 2014. Working with children there, and this is the first time I had even heard that there were, this group of people. And then, of course, the whole world heard about the Yazidi people in the next month, in August of 2014. And so I followed these things, the news of the horrible things that were happening to them very closely, and wanted to come back and come to Iraq, to Kurdistan area to help. And so I finally got back here. I got here in May of 2015 and began working with some of the women who had been held captive and had escaped and come back. And doing art therapy, I do some counseling. In the years since then, like I'm doing here in Baa'ذrة today, I do some training with women, helping them know how valuable they are, and also using art to help them heal from the trauma inside, and help train other NGO workers to work with people who have been through trauma.
Thank you, that's great. So what would you like to say for the international community? Do you think or believe that all this documentary evidence is not enough for the international community to recognize what Yazidis have been through as a genocide?
Yeah, I'm not a very political person, but I don't understand why anyone would not see that this is clearly a genocide. The Yazidi people have been targeted, and really are still being targeted, and were targeted before 2014 for just being the people that they are. And we've seen this in the world other times with other people, and we should always recognize it, help support those people, so help support the Yazidi people, pray for the Yazidi people that this would not keep happening to them, that they would receive justice. And that we would remember these things that happened, so that they would never happen again, not to the Yazidi people and not to anyone else.
Yeah, thank you. So also, what would you like to say for the international organizations for women rights? You know about the current situation here in the Yazidi community, and how Yazidis have been suffered from living in IDP camps in Kurdistan. You know, a week ago, how a displaced 6-year-old Yazidi girl, how she was manipulated and raped, by a 52-year-old man. So such a case, how can you define, how can you introduce this to the international community, and especially about judging such people, as you've just said, they would not be reading again?
Because of the type of work that I do work with the women who have been hurt, so I know we need a lot more help with this. We need a lot more people coming to help with mental health and helping people through trauma. but we also need to help the whole community. We need to help the men to learn how to respect and honor women as much as everyone else. There's a lot of change that needs to happen in the entire community around here so that all people are respected.
Yeah, thank you. You said that you've been working with Yazidis like since 2014. How many places you've worked at, and probably the projects that you've held for Yazidi community?
I don't know if I can think of everything, but in the beginning, I was working in Erbil with young women who were returning from captivity, and then continued later to work in Dahuk with the same women who were coming back, but under different circumstances, because the longer that they were gone and being tortured and raped, then it's so much, it's such a different thing to have it happen for so long. So I've worked with a lot of different organizations, like I'm here today. This time we're doing a program called Shine, and it's 9 classes of program that teaches them how valuable everything about them is. They have emotions that are valuable, and their body is valuable, and it teaches them how to take care of themselves in every way so that they can be a gift to themselves and the community around them.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So what do you think should be done for Yazidi survivors, especially who've been liberated from the hands of ISIS? You know, they need psychological support and stuff. So what would you like to say for international organizations, and which kinds of projects do these girls need until they can, forget their sadness and, horrific and terrible moments that they saw in the hands of ISIS?
Yeah. It's very cultural here to say, oh, this bad thing happened to you, just forget about it and move on.
Yeah.
And when we have been through something so horrific like they have been through, they cannot forget it and they cannot move on. There's something inside that is damaged. And so there needs to be psychological support more and more and more for all the women who were taken captive, and even for those of their family members and those who were not. There needs to be so much help with that. And then also livelihood to help them be able to contribute to the community and to their families.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Ms. Leslie, for being with us and for these nice answers.
Thank you.
Welcome.
فرمان هاتش نبزور داري آگر باران البيواري قيدي وغازي وهاواري هطا كنجي ديجين الشباطاري هطا كنجي ديجين الشباطاري روحاوية بهشتيا ام تجارة وجبيرناكين هندلي ازيد خاني دا اتساغن بلي مخابنا بهش صال بورين هيش دنجي ملتي ما نقشتيا درو دنيايا هيش جينوسايدا ما قلق قبولناكنا وكو جينوسايد هيش نالا خلقي ميا هيش 3000 كتشد مي دستي واندا ام چي بيجين ام ملتكي بلنغازين آشتي خوازين نشر خوازين هيفيد كين جارك دي خداي مزين فرماناش نخوشيار جارك دي بسر ملتي مدانيت ام فان چرايا بيدخين چرا نشانا روناهية وروناهي جي خيرا السروحا وان خشكو ديكيك عزيز هندا قلاش بيش كيش كان بو روحاوان كارن تهرش وقولك هجدراها بينت ايكي البرويش داني بينن ويه باش كلك تشكي بينن